Are you looking for the best VR headsets? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best VR headsets on the market. Before we get started with our video,
we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range.
Starting at number 1. Oculus Quest 2. When it comes to the reality of ubiquitous VR, the Meta Quest 2 is leaps and bounds ahead of its competitors. Why? Because Meta's popular headset answers one of our major beefs with consumer-friendly VR: affordability. For the price, you get an adaptable VR platform that supports more than 1,300 games and apps. The newest version of this standalone VR headset refines or expands the things we loved about the original. It's not only lighter, but has a higher resolution display, more powerful processor, more ergonomic controls, and expanded social and sharing features, just to name a few. Pro tip: for maximum comfort, be sure to splurge on that elite strap. Color us impressed. The Meta Quest 2 uses a powerful processor, generous onboard RAM, and top-notch optics to power plenty of cutting-edge games. And the headset offers a surprising amount of customization, from the head straps to the actual configuration. Hell, you can use your hands instead of the controllers, depending on the app. There are still some tweaks Oculus needs to work on, like the battery life and room scale requirements. But for the money, the Oculus Quest 2 is the ambassador VR has been waiting for. At number 2. Valve Index VR Kit. If you have pockets deep enough to invest in a total VR experience, consider the Valve Index VR Kit. In addition to the 2 base stations, 2 controllers, and the headset, you get all the appropriate power cables for tethering to your PC. Valve also includes a pair of wall mounts for the base stations. With buttery smooth frame rates of up to 144 Hz, you can enjoy all sorts of PC-powered VR titles, like Elite Dangerous, Beat Saber, Fallout VR, and Project Cars 2. The speakers produce surprisingly clear audio, too, with plenty of volume. Because they hover away from your head, you can still hear surrounding noises, like someone calling your name, without pesky ambient sounds impeding your immersion. As opposed to AMOLED displays, which produce excellent contrast and deep blacks, the Valve Index features ultra-low persistence LCDs, which require backlighting to function. Nevertheless, these LCD panels can take advantage of RGB subpixel arrays to improve image sharpness and eliminate screen door effect. There's certainly room for improvement, to be sure, but this is still one of the best consumer-friendly VR headsets on the market today. At number 3. HTC Vive Cosmos/Cosmos Elite. Consider the HTC Vive Cosmos and Cosmos Elite a work in progress. For more coin than its competitors, you get outstanding features, like a sharp display, better than average audio, and a solid app featuring tons of games. However, the overall design may be uncomfortable for some, and in our hands-on use, the tracking was surprisingly subpar. Performance can be improved, however, if you're willing to upgrade to the Elite package, which includes extra base stations and new Vive controllers. Vive offers a paid monthly service called VivePort Infinity that'll give you access to hundreds of VR games, as well as exclusive offers and discounts. There are already some top-notch games on the service, like Creed, Rise to Glory, which is one of the better boxing VR games around, Arizona Sunshine, an epic adventure zombie shooter, and even Five Nights at Freddy's VR. If you're unacquainted and have an itch for horror, that's your game. It's not the best VR headset on this list, but for those with more to spend, it's still worth your consideration. At number 4. HP Reverb G2. The HP Reverb G2, unlike the Quest 2, is a PC-based VR headset. In other words, it's not a wireless, standalone head-mounted display. You'll have to connect it to a capable PC that meets a gaggle of minimum requirements, including an Intel Core i5, i7, Intel Xeon E3-1240 V5 CPU or higher, or an AMD Ryzen 5 CPU or newer. The PC must also have 8 GB of RAM, a supported GPU, e.g. an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 graphics card, and more. Although it's not as convenient as the Quest 2, we appreciate the Reverb G2's impressive combo of snappy visuals and soothing soundscapes. With 2160 by 2160 pixels per eye, details are crisp. Thanks to a 4-camera array built into the headset, the Reverb G2's tracking is virtually seamless. Finally, we dig the Reverb G2's ergonomic, comfortable headset design. At number 5. Google Cardboard. For entry-level gamers who want to try something new, it doesn't get much simpler than Google Cardboard. As the name implies, this isn't so much a device as it is a slab of compressed wood that's folded into the shape of a VR headset. It sounds rudimentary, but nowadays, most smartphones have powerful enough specs to create a surprisingly robust VR experience, depending on the make and model of your phone, of course. All you need is the proper viewfinder to kick things off. To be fair, Google Cardboard isn't a true VR system. But not everyone can afford to spend hundreds of dollars on a dedicated headset, plus the accompanying hardware, when applicable, and most of us own a VR-capable smartphone already. Plus, Google has lots of content on YouTube and Google Maps that take advantage of this simple headset, along with a dedicated app in the Google Play Store.